Good morning, everybody. Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today's January 10th, 2022. And someone sent me, Brother Chris at Born for Battle sent a comment on one of my previous videos and shared this information. And so I want to share this with you guys. I want to go back to the sign that I received on December 12th, 2012. I want to show you something. Okay, those of you who've been following me for quite some time know that on December 12th, 2012, I received a sign in the sun. It was midweek Hanukkah sign, and the Lord revealed himself to me by showing me the day and the time of the sign, and he showed me this ahead of time, and then the sign came at the exact time that the Lord showed me, and the Lord appeared to us by transforming the sun for 75 minutes that I and 20 witnesses could watch off the top of my roof. So I want to read a little bit the beginning of this to take you back to that day and share this with you. The sign of his coming revealed. This is the word of the Lord. The Lord has revealed to me the final sign of the Lord's return, as Jesus himself prophesied in Matthew 24, the sign of his coming. I ask you to please read this carefully. Let him who reads understand. The world must know. This is the promised sign of his coming that Jesus gave to us 2,000 years ago. Time is of the essence. How did the Lord reveal this sign to me? From Matthew 24. The disciples asked Jesus in verse 3, "Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?" What God revealed to me was that in verse 15, when Jesus talked about the original abomination of desolation, he was answering their question of when. When did the first abomination happen? Hanukkah. This is known through the story of the Maccabees, 165 BC. It was after the abomination that the temple was rededicated, and thus the festival of Hanukkah began. This is also known as the Feast of Dedication, and Jesus recognized Hanukkah in John 10:22 and 23. Okay, so the first thing the Lord showed me as he was revealing this sign to me, he revealed to me Hanukkah. Okay, then through the book of Daniel, in 927, I knew that the abomination talked about during the tribulation would happen midweek. That is what is prophesied during the tribulation. At the 3.5-year mark, midway through the 7-year tribulation, the Antichrist would sit down and demand to be worshipped from the temple of God. Then I saw the dates of this year's Hanukkah in 2012. All of God's greatest moments and signs come during Jewish feast days, and this year's Hanukkah dates were December 8th through December 16th, so midweek was 12-12-12. Okay, so the Lord showed me through, when does the abomination happen? It happens on Hanukkah. Okay, then through Daniel, he showed me that the abomination happens midweek, right? And so Hanukkah midweek in 2012 was 12-12-12. Okay, and then God is going to add another 12 to this, because I had to know the hour of the sign, and God revealed it to me through the 10 virgins. Matthew 25:6, midnight Jerusalem, 4 p.m. Central. I first thought it would be 4 a.m. Central, but then it was clarified to me the sign came at exactly the hour specified, midnight Jerusalem time, 4 p.m. Central Time. I knew it was coming, and I had 20 people with me there to watch. Okay, so the Lord showed me three things. Hanukkah. When does the abomination? The disciples asked, what will be the sign of your coming? And the Lord said, when you see the abomination of desolation. And so the Lord showed me the abomination took place on Hanukkah. Okay, Hanukkah. Then he showed me the midweek. So I go to the Hanukkah dates of 2012, and midweek was 12/12/12. Then he had to show me the time of the sign, and he showed me midnight through the 10 virgins. Okay, and so the God's clock is Jerusalem, and from Jerusalem to Yucatan, Mexico, where I am, 8 hours difference. So I knew that the sign was going to come at 4 p.m. Central. And so I went up on my roof, and I had 20 people with me there to watch, and the Lord sent us a sign in the sun at exactly midnight on 12/12/12. Okay. Here is the description of the sign that I received. The sign came here in Yucatan for all of us to see, and it was the most spectacular show of God's glory I've ever seen in my lifetime. This was not only a once-in-a-lifetime sign, this was a sign and date God planned from the beginning of all creation. At exactly midnight Jerusalem and 4 p.m. Central Time, all of us that were there could see a cloud. Shooting out from around the back of that cloud were well-marked reflections and rays that started to grow little by little until they extended out through the full expanse of the sky. Later we saw that from behind that cloud, a little ball started peeking through it all, and it began to grow until it took the full form of the sun. Then it began changing colors through every color of the rainbow: fuchsia, yellow, blue, green, pink, purple, red, and many other beautiful combinations of colors. Then it came out from behind the cloud and changed its aspect and became a bouncing globe, and again was still changing colors, but the sun was now in all its brilliance and might, and you could sense the glory of it, yet you could look directly at it without it hurting your eyes. It was the glory of God Himself. The whole show lasted 75 minutes, and it usually gets dark here at 4:50, but it was still light at 6 p.m. even though the sun set at 5:15. 20 of us saw it because we knew exactly when it would appear. We can all testify to it, the sign of His coming. Just to give you a fuller explanation for those of you who are new to this aspect of my call that the Lord gave me. This sign is the promised sign of His coming prophesied in Matthew 24:3. Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? Matthew 24:15. When you see the abomination of desolation, and the Lord showed me through this, Hanukkah. Daniel 9:27. Then He shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week, but in the middle of the week He shall bring an end to sacrifice and offering, and on the wing of the abominations shall be one who makes desolate, even until the consummation, which is determined, is poured out on the desolate. Midweek. Hanukkah, midweek. Okay, the abomination happens midweek. Matthew 25:6. At midnight a cry was heard, behold, the bridegroom is coming, go out to meet him. Okay, midnight. Hanukkah, midweek, midnight. Revelation 12:12, and this is what the Lord also showed me. Okay, therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. Revelation 12:12 is the exact description of the rapture, judgment, trumpet. Rejoicing and woe all at once. It is written. Okay, Revelation 12:12. Just like my sign was 12:12:12, and then another 12 because it was midnight. 12:12:12:12. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, you who dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. Okay, Revelation 12:12 shows, O heavens, you will rejoice. Rejoice, O heavens, you who dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Revelation 12:12 is the exact description of the rapture judgment trumpet. Rejoicing and woe all at once. It is written. And this is what the Lord showed to me, and why I have always seen that the rapture, when it occurs, is going to be the time of the wrath of God being poured out at the same time. It's a simultaneous rejoicing and woe, just as it is written in Revelation 12:12. Okay. So what did my brother Chris show me today? Okay. That, well, the first thing that the Lord gave to me through this sign is the understanding of 12:12:12, basically the midnight hour, right? It's the midnight hour, 12:12:12:12. My sign came at midnight. All right. So this is a representation of the midnight cry. So I want to show you the day counts from the day of my sign to today is 3,317 days. If we include the day, if we include today in the day count, 3,317 days to January 10th, 2022. And if we do not include the day count to today, then it would be 3,317 days to tomorrow, January 11th. Okay. And what is the significance of this? Well, first of all, okay, as we're watching, okay, all of the everything that's we've been leading up to this time, January 8th and 9th. We've been watching since January 3rd, especially January 5th, January 6th, coming up really to January 8th and 9th, okay, which is connection to the 1,335 days, connection to the 2,300 days. We're right here, and then we have all of this information that is coming out right now, exactly with the meeting in Geneva, the threat of worldwide nuclear war that is coming. We've got all of that. The pressure, okay, is right on this time. This time is marked as this could be the go time, right? This was all connected to the rise of Venus as the bright morning star, which just now I just shared a video this morning that the bright morning star has risen, has been seen. The pictures have been taken now. Venus has become the morning star. We are right here between today and tomorrow, the rising of the bright morning star. The other thing I shared with you is this video that Barack Obama spoke at Reid's eulogy on Saturday. Okay. Now, if you have not seen this, for those of you who still do not understand or know why we can know that Barack Obama is the Antichrist, and all of this is part of the revelation that the Lord gave to me, that the abomination happens midweek, and that Barack Obama has already been revealed as the Antichrist, that the beginning of the Great Tribulation and the rise of the Antichrist, the end of the sacrifices, the beginning of the desolations will be midweek. Okay, so that's why we can know that the Great Tribulation will begin in the middle of the 7 years, and the final 3.5 years are going to be the Great Tribulation. Okay, and that's why we've been looking at all of these day counts coming back from 2017, 2018. The end of the 70 years of Israel has brought us right here to where we are now by 1,335 days, because we are in the middle of the week. We're in the middle of the 7 years. Okay. So for those of you who have not seen this piece of information, okay, Barack Obama was sharing about a time when Harry Reid, he invited everybody over to dinner. Okay. And he counted out the people that were there. He counted him and Michelle, and there were 5 other couples. Okay, 5 other couples plus him and Michelle. Okay, so Barack Obama counted them out. There were 12 people at the dinner. Do you see? Okay, this was 12 people at the dinner. Then he said that later on, after the meal, later on in the evening, toward the end of the night. Okay, remember the Last Supper? After the Last Supper, Jesus went out to the garden, and it was later on in the evening when Judas came and betrayed him with a kiss. And so Barack Obama goes on to say that after the meal, there were 12 of us there at the meal. He counted out the number of people. He didn't say there were 12 people, but he counted out the people, and you can count them. There were 12 people at the meal. Okay? And then later on, after the meal, Harry Reid came up to him and just got everybody's attention and said, I want to share something with you. You know that I don't share very many, I'm not a very emotional person, but I want to let you know I'm very proud of what we've done with this president, and I love him. And he came up and he gave me a kiss on the cheek. Okay. So this is the representation of the moment just before Jesus went to the cross and just before the wrath of God was poured out. Okay. So this sign, as Barack Obama has shown himself to be over and over and over again, the Antichrist, is just one more confirmation of the exact timing of where we truly are. Okay. So this information, I'll leave the link for you in the at the end of this video. I'll leave it there as a pop-up so you can see this video. And so everything we're watching right now, I mean, we are here with, is January 8th and 9th, the day we have been waiting for. Unbelievable confirmations together with all this. And now we have all of the talks about, right now, the world between NATO, Russia, the United States, that are all in talks right now as we speak in Geneva. Okay, and the threat of nuclear war is upon us. And we know that if they don't come to an agreement, no one knows the day or the hour, but that button could be pushed at any moment. Okay? So anyway, what my brother Chris sent here is that from the day of my sign to today, inclusive, is 3,317 days. Tomorrow, non-inclusive, is 3,317 days. Okay? The meaning of my sign was midnight, 12/12/12, and 3,317 in the Strong's Greek is midnight. Okay. So the meaning of my sign, midnight, 3,317 days, bringing us to midnight, bringing us to January 10th and January 11th. And everything that we are showing, and just now, today, the bright morning star is rising. Okay? Venus is becoming the bright morning star. Okay? What's the usage of this? Mark 13:35. Watch ye therefore, for you know not when the master of the house cometh, at even, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning. Okay? Now, at the end of the message that the Lord gave me, there is a number of warnings that the Lord gave to me. This has been part of everything that I've been sharing over the last 9 years. But I will leave the link for this if you want to read more about what the Lord showed me the day of my sign and the message, okay, that He gave to me, okay, with this. All right. So I just wanted to share this with you. I was unbelievably moved when my brother Chris gave me this piece of information linking us to where we are today and tomorrow, the possibility of us arriving, okay, together with everything we're already seeing in the world, the bright morning star rising, the threat of worldwide nuclear war, which is upon us today, okay? So, midnight from my sign is today or tomorrow, okay? Watch ye therefore, for you know not when the master of the house cometh, at even or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning. Okay? This is what I wanted to share with you. I pray you are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with the trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.